Hi, my name is Brittany and I'm the founder and director of Beyond Asana. And this is a vinyasa yoga practice for your hips and your heart. Okay, so to do this practice, ideally you would need 2 blocks. If you don't have 2 or any, that's fine, you'll make it work. And if you don't have blocks, you'll need a blanket or a towel, something thick. Okay, so to start, we're going to start in a heart bench. So you'll take your first block if you have one, and you'll bring it either sideways or long ways. I would prefer sideways. And then you'll take your other block on the highest height. This block goes right behind your heart, right like here, but back there. And then this one goes under your head. If you don't have them, you will take your blanket, roll it like so, and bring it like this. And you'll lay back on it like this. You can make a little pillow with it. Okay. Otherwise, you will use the blocks. Okay. So we'll just lay down on the blocks, right? So here's the shoulder blades. It goes right back. Feet together, knees apart. Now, if this is a lot for you, take a pillow or another towel and you can roll it underneath, right, your knees. Just like this one is, but you can roll this up and put it under here if you need extra support, okay? And then just let your palms flip up. Let the shoulders drop back, let the tailbone lengthen. Close your eyes and just start to breathe here. Noticing what you feel. And as you take these first initial moments, these first initial breaths, to feel and experience yourself. See if you can begin to drop into focus, maybe a little bit more quickly than usual. Really setting a strong intention, since this practice is a little bit shorter, right? To just drop right in. Right? To feel that beckoning of your body, of your consciousness, of your breath, and all drawing you into a space of support, to a space of clarity, to a space of release, of relaxation, expansion. Ease. Notice anything you might be holding on to, specifically in the hips and the shoulders, the back of the heart. Can you send your breath to these areas, allowing them to be inspired by prana? Can you honor all that the body takes in on a regular basis, knowing that a lot of that energy tends to get stagnant and stuck in our hips and our hearts, the back of our shoulder blade area, tops of the shoulder. That's all kind of the heart area. And so as we move through this practice, may we do so with the intention of setting ourselves free by releasing the tension in our bodies, specifically in our hips, which is kind of our emotional center, and our hearts, which is more, a lot of people think the heart's your emotional center. It's not, though. It's more love, relationships, joy, compassion. Take a big breath in. Sigh it out. Take your legs straight now. Move the blanket if it's there. Point your toes. Lengthen your tailbone, belly. Fingers interlace, they flip to the sky. Palms up. Plug the shoulders into the sockets. Pull the belly in. Reach the arms overhead as you point the toes. And come into a lion's breath. Inhale. Tongue out, eyes up. And one more. Lion's breath. Now flex your feet, spin the inner thighs in more. Cactus out your arms. We're already starting to get into the shoulders. Pull the belly in. Feel your pelvis kind of in receptive mode with the inner thighs dropping down. The pelvis becomes a little bit more open. And then bend the knees, bring the feet as wide as the mat. Maybe lengthen the tailbone a bit more, knees fall in. Then let your hands hold your elbows and find the stretch in the upper back with that space that tends to get congested. Keep bringing your breath right into the back of the heart. And then switch the cross of the arms, dropping it down here. And then from here, release your hands back down. Draw your chin in, pull your belly in. Bring your hands on the thighs or on the ground, whatever feels better. And press yourself up, come to sit. So I'm going to turn to face you, but you can, if you're not already facing me, that's fine. Sit on one of your blocks or blankets. Bringing your hands to heart center. Pressing the shoulders back, allowing the shoulders to stack right over the hips. If the pelvis feels like it's pouring forward, pick it up. If it feels like it's dropping back, pick it up, right? So that the bowl of water is centered, so to speak. And the thumbs click right into the heart, and you just bow in ever so slightly, right, to yourself, right, to this idea of releasing and setting ourselves free from the emotions that tend to hold us in place, or from the energy that tends to often get blocked in our bodies. Right? May we, with this practice, release, so that we may be open to the joys and the pleasures and the possibilities that life is consistently opening and offering to us. Take a big breath in. Let it go. Starting with 3 VAMs, V-A-M, it's the mantra connected to this kind of sacral chakra connected to the hips. Inhale. VAM. 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 Big open mouth, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Open to mouth, inhale. Open to mouth, exhale. Closed mouth, inhale. Engaging that muscle, already engaging the glottis. Keep it closed. Keep breathing like this. And let this breath continue to foster this movement and this release. Bringing yourselves onto your mat. Feet hip width apart, hands behind you. Go ahead and spin the finger. Actually, keep the fingers facing forward. They're just about 6 to 8 inches behind you. Roll your shoulders back. Press your feet down. Lift all 10 toes, but keep the feet down. Keep rolling your shoulders back, lengthening your tailbone and lift up. Right, so you can look at your belly. You can look at the sky, or you can let your head dip back. Whatever feels best, but try not to sink into the shoulders. And then take the right ankle onto the left thigh and pull in and press the knee down and take a big full inhale. And then sit yourself back so the hips are kind of behind the hands, and then spin the hands back. You don't want to shake out through the wrists. Take the left foot as close as possible. Keep the spine long, right? Opening up through the heart, through the chest, and flexing through the right foot to get into the right hip. And just breathe here. And just noticing what you feel. Take a big full inhale. And then exhale, straighten out the left leg and take the right foot onto the floor. Bring the right hand behind you, left arm to the sky. Inhale. And then hook the elbow outside the thigh or around the knee and twist. Press the right hip back. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Twist. From the belly, opening the heart. Take one more. Inhale. Twist. Okay, come back to center. Go ahead and bring both feet down on the mat. Shoulders roll back. Feet press. Toes lift. Lift up. Maybe the head dips back. Take a breath in. This time a lion's breath. Left, lift your head for a second. Left ankle, right thigh. Scoop the tailbone in. Left knee drops down. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale. Send your hips back. Shake out your wrists for a sec. Spin the fingers back. Bring the right foot in as much as you can. Lift the chest and breathe. Okay, so really drawing the shoulder blades back, flexing the foot and pressing the left knee away, right? You'll get a nice left hip opener. But also, we're really creating that opening across the chest. Take a very big breath in. And then exhale, straighten out the right leg, left foot over, left hand behind, right arm up. Either hook or cross the elbow and twist. Right hip pulls back. Always hold it like this. Inhale, lengthen. Make sure the right foot is pointing straight up. Press the left hip back and twist to the left. Inhale here. Twist. Inhale. Twist. One more. Come back to center. Go ahead and bring both feet out one more time. This time just both feet will stay rooted. Shoulders back, belly in, feet down. Let the head dip back. Breathe in. Lion's breath. One more. Okay, on the inhale. Send your hips back down and then cross at your legs. Bring yourself all the way forward onto hands and knees. And then from here, knees are hip width. Walk your hands all the way forward onto fingertips. Pull your belly in. Hands are as wide as you can, that width apart. Chest melts. Keep pulling the belly in, melting through the chest, widening through the shoulders. And breathe. And just let the breath flow here. Okay, take a big breath in. Rest your forehead down to the ground, pulling your belly in. The palms need to go flat, that's okay. Make sure your seat's in the sky. And then maybe the palms go flat, maybe you bring your chin to the ground. But if that feels like too much on the neck or the chest, then just keep it down. Take another big inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, slide forward and come into Sphinx pose. Untuck the toes, press the feet down, pull the belly in, widen your shoulders. Take a breath in for lion. Tongue out, eyes up. Take another inhale. And then lower down and release your hands behind your back. Let the heel of the hand come close if not touching. And lift up through your chest. Find that space. Feet press down, belly pulls in. Take a big full inhale. And then exhale, lower down. Bring your hands in line with your breastbone. Lift up, let the big toes touch with the knees open as wide as the mat. And sit back and just kind of move the hips side to side a little bit before you come down. Just to massage into allowing the pelvis to drop the seat all the way back. Hands can be in front of you or by your side, right? Whatever feels good on the ground. Right, and just drop into the hips just a little bit here. Send the breath down into the low belly. One more, just notice what you feel. And then from here, come to hands and knees. And just rock your hips a couple times from side to side, just getting into the outer hips. You notice what's there so far. Feeling that side to side action, feeling the hip flexors. And then start to take those rocks into circles. So you're lifting through the chest and cobra, rounding out through the back. And just noticing what's there in your body. Taking your circles the opposite direction. Nice full breaths. And then coming back to center. And then just melting the space in between the shoulder blades, pulling the belly in. Maybe the hands walk forward a little as you press back into down dog. And just start to open up to the backs of the legs. You're pumping out the legs. Maybe a little sway in the hips. Noticing what you feel. And eventually really root through all the fingers. Widen the shoulders out as you push the thumbs down. The belly pulls in, the inner thighs spin to the sky. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. And then from here, make sure the blocks are at the top of your mat. Oops, you can do that now if you have them, or you can use a water bottle, book, whatever works for you, just to support you. And then walk to the top of your mat, bring your feet hip width, and take the block in between the thighs to support your pelvis. Push the block back with your thighs. You can use your hands for a sec. Hands in front, it's okay to bend the knees, bring your hands on something, but keep the hands touching something. Inner thighs spin back, pull the belly in, lift all 10 toes, feet stay down so the arches can lift, and just breathe into the backs of the legs, into the low back. Pull your belly in to support your low back. And then inhale, lift halfway up. Fold just a little bit deeper, pressing through the mound of the big toes. And then release your toes, bend your knees. Start to warm up the hips even more here. Squeezing the block as you widen out the pelvis, as you pull the belly in. Press the arms back, right? This gets into the chest as well. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, dive forward and release the hands behind the back. Maybe the opposite hold you did when you were on your belly. Lifting up, right? Thighs pushing back, shoulder heads lifted, and breathe. Buzz your lips on the exhale. Shaking it out, letting it go. Good, one more. Slight bend in the elbow. Heel of the hand together. Bend the knees, sweep the arms. Inhale. Lion breath as you go deeper. Stand up slowly, maybe adjusting the block if needed. Inhaling here. Letting the pointer fingers steeple. Exhale, up and over, touch to the right. Rise back up. And then to the left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, cactus the arms and curl back. Inhale, rise up. Fold forward on your exhale. Halfway lengthen. Release your block and fold. Feet can be hip width for more support. Together for more power. Inhale, rise. Sweep arms, press palms. Hands to heart, exhale. Take a real big breath in. Letting it go. As we move through this flow, honor yourself, honor your energy, and just continuously be open to shedding, right? Whatever it is right now that you don't need. It's clogging up the works. And let it go. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Fold forward on your exhale. Halfway inhale. Send your left foot all the way back, knee down. From here, right arm reaches to the sky. Squeeze the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, wrap the arm behind your back. Roll back more. Inhale, arm reaches to the sky. Squeeze the thighs. Exhale, the hand comes down. You come to Skandasana at the back of the mat. So the left knee bends. The other leg straightens. And take a big inhale here. So I'm not mirroring you guys, right? So I'm doing my right leg. Big exhale. Inhale, come back to center, bring the knee down as you exhale. Let the left thumb come in front of the right. Reach up and back, widen your shoulders, lift, widen your chest. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward and kick the left leg up to the sky. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip, keep the right shoulder lifted. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the foot all the way back, pull in through the belly and step the foot all the way through, back knee down, toes stay tucked. Inhale, squeeze the thighs, left arm reaches to the sky. Exhale, wrap the arm behind your back. Inhale, reach the arm back up. Exhale, Skandasana, front of the mat, right knee bend. Get a squeeze in through the hips so you don't want to sink completely. Get a lift, flex the foot, take a big breath in. And then exhale, bring the hands in front of you, back knee down. Right thumb hooks, inhale, rise up, lift, open. Exhale, fold and step forward, feet hip width together. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise tall, inhale, lift. Fold back down, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Right foot back, knee down. Left arm lifts, inhale. Same thing, wrap the arm behind your back, exhale. Arm up to the sky, inhale. Skandasana, exhale, squeeze into the hips, keep the right heel down. You can always stay up here if you need to. Take an inhale, chest is lifted. Exhale, come to the right foot, back knee down. Right thumb hooks left, inhale, rise up, but this time, exhale, up and over to the right. Rise up tall, inhale. Lift, exhale, bring the hands down, right leg to the sky. Stay here, inhale. Bend your knee, open up your hip, keep the left shoulder lifted. Inhale here. Exhale, step the foot through, pulling in through the belly first. Back knee down. Squeeze the hips, inhale, right arm to the sky. Arm reaches behind your back as you exhale. Arm lifts, inhale. Skandasana, exhale. Take an inhale, squeeze and lift. Front of your mat, exhale, back knee down. Left thumb hooks, inhale. To the left, exhale. Rise, inhale. Fold and step forward, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise tall, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Up you go, inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway, couple changes here. Left foot back, knee up if you can. From here, inhale, twist the right arm to the sky, and if you can, come to the outer blades of both feet. If not, just twist the arm. Lift through the hips, take a big breath in. And then exhale, come back to neutral, and then come into Skandasana. Squeeze in through the hips, take an inhale. Exhale, frame the back foot, back knee up. Inhale, sweep both arms to the sky, then you can always come down. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold and step back. Bend the knee, open up the hip as you inhale. Exhale, core plank. Rise it nice and tall. Left knee, right elbow, exhale. Rise nice and tall. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale up. Step the foot carefully through. Inhale, twist. Stay here or exhale, come to the outer blades of the foot, reach back. Inhale, reach up, lift the hips high. Skandasana, exhale. Take an inhale. Exhale, front of your mat. Sweep the arms, inhale. Cactus, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Fold, step forward, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise tall, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway, inhale. Step your right foot back, left foot forward. Left arm to the sky, inhale. Coming to the outer blades of the feet, maybe dropping it a little bit lower this time. And then inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, Skandasana. Take an inhale here. Exhale, frame the back foot. Knee up. Inhale, crescent lunge. A little different this time. Palms press, thumbs touch the upper foot, curl back at the back of the head. Take an inhale here. Exhale, down low split. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Inhale. Exhale, draw it right through. Oh, sorry, don't. Core plank. Inhale, high to the sky. Right knee, left elbow, twist you. High to the sky, inhale. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale, high to the sky. Exhale, step the foot through. From here, inhale. Twist. Good. Exhale, come to the outer blades. Take a big breath in. Lift. Exhale, start asana. Take an inhale here. Exhale, front of the mat. Inhale, rise. Square off your hips, belly in. Exhale, thumbs touch the back of the neck, curl back. Take a big inhale. Exhale, fold, step forward. Halfway inhale. Fold. Rise tall, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Right, and just stay here. Feeling your heart beating, like feeling your breath in your body. And just noticing what you feel, how you feel. That was a lot. Okay, keep moving. Inhale. Sweep the arms to the sky. Fold yourself forward as you exhale. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, just step back to plank pose. Take a big breath in. Pull in through your belly. Knees can always lower. Exhale, bend your elbows, either lower flat or to a hover. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog for 3 breaths. Press the shoulders back, lift through the chest. Earlobes go back. Take another big inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just breathe. And letting it flow. And just being with this process of letting it go. Being with this idea of fluidity. I mean, imagine water, like rivers flowing through your body, because in a way they are. And with this practice, you are simply just allowing it to flow a little bit more freely. Okay, right leg to the sky. Inhale. Bend the right knee, open up the hip. Take a big inhale, lift up and back. And then exhale. Go ahead and flip it over very carefully. Right? So if you just come here and you lift like this, that's cool. Otherwise, you're lifting up, you're reaching it back, pulling in through the belly, opening up the hip flexors and the heart. Take a big inhale, reach back. And then exhale, bring your hand down. Step your foot all the way through. Ground the back foot 90 degrees. Rise up, warrior 2. Bending into the front knee, the left hip pulls back, the belly pulls in. We're making sure all this is open now. Good, and we're going to bring the hands behind the head today, opening up a little bit more through the chest. And you can gaze kind of to the side instead of forward. Good, and just breathing here, right? Just stay with it. Taking 2 more breaths here. Good, and 1 more. Inhale. And then exhale, bring the hand behind you. Bring the top arm to the sky, bending into the knees and just reaching here. Keep squeezing the knee open. This is a different kind of hip opener than what we just did. Okay, take a big breath in. Big breath out. Okay, rise up. Turn both toes in. And then turn the toes out. You're going to cactus out the arms, draw the shoulders back, pull the belly in, and sit down into a squat. Okay, and that's a big one. Okay, so just close your eyes. I like to touch middle finger and thumb together. Mudra for patience. Good, and just breathe into it. Maybe a little movement. Inhaling. Lion's breath. Okay, inhale, reach up. Not too bad, right? And now place the hands behind your back. Reach it back. Roll up into the chest as you inhale. Exhale, dive forward. And just breathing here. Releasing through your neck. Engaging your legs. Tip the weight just a little forward. And do 3 lip buzzes. One more. Okay, hands to low back. Hands to the floor. Lift up through the chest as you inhale. Exhale, coming to the right foot. Widening the right foot. Back knee can lower down to start. Come on to forearms on blocks or blanket or the floor. Make sure the knee stays over the ankle. Then you can open up a little bit, not too much, right? You can flex the foot. Back knee can stay down or see if you can lift it up just for 5. Try to melt the heart and lift the chest. The belly pulls in. 4. 3. 2. Take a big full inhale. Exhale. Okay, rise up. And right away, kick the leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open up the hip. Take an inhale here, keep your shoulders square. And then exhale, bring it down. Right away, left leg to the sky. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Feeling that opening. Feeling that breath. From here, if you can, flip it over. Remember, you can always just lower down and hang here, or you lift up and back. Pulling in through the belly, lifting and curling. Take a full inhale. And then exhale, left hand down. And the left foot comes through. Back heel grounds 90 and rise up. Bending into the left knee. The right hip pulls back. The left hip pulls up. Breathing here. Gazing right ahead, the same as your navel is, and engaging your upper back. Right? Try not to let your tush come out as you do that. And then just staying with it. Take a big full inhale. And then exhale, take it back. Radiant warrior. And then rise up, turn the toes in. Heels in, toes out. And then exhale, cactus out the arms. Draw the shoulders back, the belly in. And just breathe here. Hello. Sit a little bit deeper. One more breath. Inhale. Lion. Rise tall. Ooh. Step your feet back a little bit. Interlace the hands the opposite way. Press back. Open your chest. Then fold forward. Hello. Okay. Inhaling. Buzz. Chew. Tip forward just a little. Inhale. Okay. Hands to the back. Hands to the floor. Lift. And come to lizard lunge, the front of the mat. Right, left foot widens, back knee can start down. Forearms on blocks or floor or blankets. Back knee lifts back up if possible. And this knee can fall open a little bit with control, or you can keep it down. Right? 5. Cobra the chest a little without lifting out the head. But try not to drop the head too much. That closes off the chest. 4. 3. 2. Lift the hips a little higher. Inhale. Exhale. Rise up. Keep the left leg to the sky. Bend your knee. Open up the hip. Keep that right shoulder lifted. Take a big full inhale. And then exhale. Down dog. Inhale. Slide forward to plank. Exhale. Bend your elbows. Chaturanga or flat. Inhale. Cobra or up dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Sigh it out as you melt the heart. 2. 1. Slide through, inhale. And then exhale, lower all the way down to the ground and tuck your toes. Bend your knees, reach back, grab your feet. Press the pubic bone down, pick up through the shoulders, spread out through the toes. And then maybe you just lift a little bit, right? If you can lift with your thighs off the ground, do so. If this is too much, you can come back to what we were doing in the beginning, okay? Otherwise, rise up and breathe and down your asana. Knees are close. Take a full inhale. Exhale, lion. One more inhale. And then lower. One cheek on the ground. The feet rock from side to side. Good. Keep breathing. Like 90 degrees as I'm filming this, so I'm like sweating like a storm. So if you're not sweating, you're wondering why I am, that's why. And then release your legs and flip onto your back. Okay, go ahead and press your palms down. Feet press, shoulders press back. Lift up your hips and wiggle your shoulders underneath. If that's too much, you just come like this. Pulling in through your belly, pressing back through your head. Try not to clench your butt too much. It's engaged, but not too much. Inner thighs spinning down. You can lift the toes if you'd like, but keep the feet down. And breathe. And just feeling the expanse across your chest, right? Try to keep the low back nice and long. Take a big full inhale. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Okay, so if you feel like you have it in you, just a quick practice, and if you're not sweaty like me because you're in a 90-degree room, it might not be warm enough. So if you're warm enough to come into a wheel, I'll talk you through it. Otherwise, you can simply just come back to a bridge pose, okay, which is what we just did. If you'd like, you can bring a block in between your thighs for either poses. It helps to support your low back. Okay, so bridge, you'll just come up like you just did all the way, right? Otherwise, wheel, bring your hands next to your face. Pull in through your belly. You're going to come up and rise from the top of the head. Make sure the feet stay straight. So lift up, rise from the top of the head. If you're coming here, if you're here and you're struggling and it hurts, or come right back down, come to bridge. Otherwise, move forward a little bit. Squeeze the block, push it down. Try not to scrunch your butt too much. And then rise up. Breathing here for 5. Feet are straight. Stand on your legs. Press your heart forward. 4. 3. 2. Lift up taller, inhale. Come to the back of the head, exhale. Remove your block. Bring your feet together, knees apart. You can always catch your blocks under your hips. And release your hands behind your head. Keep the low back rooted, and just take just a few breaths here just to soften. And just let yourself be present to what is. Let the breath move the prana, right? The energy in your body. Imagine those rivers. Moving water, not stagnant water, moving water, flowing through you. Bringing you exactly what you need, reminding you of exactly who you are, just so much more often than what we identify with on a regular basis. Take a big breath in. And let it go. Now release your blocks if you have them. Bring the feet on the floor, hands to a T, knees in, and over to the right. You can scoot your hips to the left a little. And just gaze over, and just breathing here. Back to center. Switch sides. And then from here, just rock over to your left side. And slowly pick yourself up. We're going to come right into pigeon. So slide your left knee forward. Make sure your hips are nice and square, you're not rocked over. If you have blocks, if you don't, you just can do this without them. But if you do, you can bring them on the first or second level. And you can bring your, let's do first, bring your elbows onto them. Far enough away here. And you'll melt your chest down and bring your thumbs back. So you just get a little bit of an extra stretch here. And just breathe. If this is too much, just release the blocks. And just big full breaths. You just rest into yourself. Take a big full breath in. Let it go. Press down, slowly rise up. Just a quick little pigeon. And then from here, just a quick down dog to switch sides. Square off the hips, right? Find that square. Lengthen. Make sure you're not rocking to one side. Right leg is, left leg is straight back behind you. And you'll bring your forearms on the blocks, if you have them, or a rolled up blanket is fine. And then you will melt. And just breathe here. And so sometimes we don't have a full hour or 75 minutes or 90 minutes to practice. But it doesn't mean we can't pop on our mats for half an hour or 45 minutes, right? And it doesn't mean that we can't give ourselves time. Because sometimes all we need is a little movement, a little reminder of who we are, of what we're capable of. That's it. Take a big breath in. Let it go. 2 more. One more. Slowly rise up. Remove your blocks. And then you'll just swim around to lie on your back. Finish with a quick little happy infant pose. Take a big breath in. Tongue out, eyes up. And then you'll draw your knees into the chest. And extend all the way out into Shavasana. Palms up, eyes closed, body nice and soft. And just let yourself rest in who you are, in this release, in this potential. Shavasana. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. If you prefer to stay in a longer Shavasana, just pause this and stay a little longer. Feel your breath in your body on the ground. Bring your hands to your center. Imagine again that free flowing river. but your whole body. Like any little movements you need. But for pulling your knees into the chest and rocking over to your right side. And then rise up to sit. Nice and tall. Sit on something if you wish. Putting your hands to your heart and bowing to your own beauty, your own potential. I hope this practice helped to remind you of that, as well as to release any stagnant or stuck energy, especially in your hips and your heart, so that you may always be reminded of your worth. Big breath in. Let it go. Closing with Yam one time. Y-A-M. Mantra of the heart. Namaste. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. If you like these practices, please be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I have new practices every month.